Today, we learned that a family near San Francisco struck it rich in their own backyard.
Your backyard is meant to be a safe space and also a fun place. After all, it's part of your land when you have a home, and you can use it to expand things, grow things, and design it to fit your style. But as the backyard you have is older than you are, you'd be surprised at what lies beneath its surface. No, we're not talking about animals in their homes. We're talking about things that are a bit more eye-opening. Allow us to show you 4 insane things found in people's backyards. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 4, $10 million in coins. We all dream of finding treasure on our own one day, but finding it in our backyard? That should be impossible, right? Wrong. Just ask these two in Sierra Nevada, California for proof of that. A couple was just doing their own thing, minding their own business and walking their dog. When they went through their property, they saw something sticking out of the ground, a can. Inside this can, to their shock, was a set of gold coins, ones marked as $20. They took the coin and rushed it home to clean them off and see what they had found. When they realized what they had, they went back to the spot and started to dig around. What they would soon find is 7 more cans full of coins. All told, they had over 1,400 of these gold coins. After taking them to some experts, they appraised the collection at $10 million. Yeah, you better believe it.
Inside were 1,400 mint-condition gold coins from the 19th century.
Number 3, glowing gem. Imagine this. You're digging around in your backyard and you find a stone that you can't recognize. It's big, weirdly shaped, and it appears to be glowing. 2 sisters found exactly this in their backyard, and they wanted to figure out exactly what it was. So they started to ask around, even going to 2 different scientists from 2 different universities. The first one honestly couldn't figure it out, but the second one did. Turns out it was glass, but a weird type of one, so it was likely used as a lawn ornament of sorts. But that does beg the question, why was it buried? Why would they use such glass as an ornament? And why exactly did it glow? These are the questions that keep people like us up at night. Number 2, fallout shelter. Chris and Colleen Otasic in 2013 bought a lovely home, but they soon discovered that in the backyard of their home was a fallout shelter. The bunker itself was fully stocked, showing that the ones who made it was ready for the end of the world. This find was quite humbling to the Otasics. But it was also sobering, he added. They built the shelter because they were afraid. I couldn't help but think about their mindset, the real fear they and most Americans felt in the 1950s and 60s. I imagined living in the shelter for the weeks or months necessary, and it wasn't pleasant. I had the feeling I'd die inside before it was ever safe to go back outside. And not everyone in the shelter would die at the same time, right? A very grim prospect to imagine. If you find such a place in your backyard, do be careful upon entering it, just in case, okay?
In fact, the underground space was built for something else entirely. The space was in fact built as a fallout shelter.
Number 1, ancient burial ground. Because of how the world has evolved in terms of cultures and such, it's logical to think that in any place in any part of the world, you'll find bones of some creature or person. One example comes from a young boy in Utah who decided to dig in his backyard in order to make a pond for himself and his family. But as he started to dig, he came across a bone. But it wasn't an animal bone, it was a human one. He knew that because he had found a human skull. He told his parents, who then told some researchers about it, and to their amazement, the bones themselves were old. Very old, in fact. They were from 1,000 years ago. Upon confirming this, the team went in deep study as they wanted to figure out who or what this person was a part of in terms of tribe, culture, and why he was buried there. We're pretty sure he never tried to make a pond ever again. So, what do you think? What do you think of this look at the things that were found in people's backyards that honestly shouldn't have been found, but were? Were you amazed that some of these things remained hidden for so long? Which of these items would you have loved to find in your backyard had you gotten the chance? And which ones are you glad you didn't? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.